We are all at the microphones right now with plates of food in front of us. Ooh.
Yeah, this competition that Donnie and Shannon set and Summer Squad you contributed to.
Yeah.
We're finally finding out how are we using our mystery ingredients to make a Super Bowl dish, Jeff versus Andie.
So, Shannon and Donnie kind of came up with this idea and put it out on the socials, and then Summer Squatters. That's terrible.
Oh, I like that.
The Summer Squatters. You guys made your votes as to what those secret ingredients
Summer
should be.
Squadron.
The Summer Squadron.
There
I
it
like
is.
it.
Yeah, there it is.
And then Donnie and Shannon came up with 3. So each dish that's made like as a Super Bowl-y kind of food had to include tortilla chips or corn chips, a jalapeno pepper,
Yep.
and a potato.
Yes.
Okay. So the first unveiling will be from me. And I have my potato is in the form of a Mrs. T's pierogi.
Amazing.
So good. Stuffed with the stuff you love, right?
Right.
So inside, I made some mini Mrs. T's for you. And then it's topped with kind of my version of a chicken chowder, but I made it super thick so that it's more of a dip or a sauce rather than a soup. So there's some ground chicken in there. There's lots of vegetables, beans, all Southwestern-y kind of things. And topped with some sour cream. And my peppers, my jalapeno peppers, are actually hot and sweet peppers. So they're pickled in a hot and sweet brine.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
I
when
just say-
can we eat? When?
A+ presentation.
Where's
Thank
the
you.
tortilla chip you said?
Oh, I didn't tell you about that.
Oh.
So the tortilla chip, I ground up.
Okay.
And I used it as the thickening agent for the soup so that that's how it got so thick, right? That and the
That's
cheese and all the
very
other things.
creative.
Yeah. So it's actually ground up inside the sauce.
All right, shall we try?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a little bit of everything
Yeah.
on my pierogi. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's really
we're all like
that's
nodding our heads
really
right
good.
now. Wow.
I need to get a jalapeno in there. Hold on.
Honestly, I mean, I know that I made it, but it's like good comfort food right there, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean,
The
this
sauce
is
is
perfect for
really
the
good.
weather, too.
And there's a little
Imagine
bit of
putting
crunch.
this in a bowl. Oh,
Yeah, this is good.
I would just be scooping it at the Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to make sure that the recipe that I used, because I really just made this up, but I took notes as I went. I'm going to make sure that the recipe is up on our website. We'll have the recipe for both of ours up there so that you can decide to make this if you want.
Yeah.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like it really is. It'll be lovely on like a cold, wintry day.
Yeah.
What would
It's
you
like-
what would you call this? Pierogies topped with
Pierogies a la tortilla.
a la tortilla pepper.
Lots of things. Yeah. I can't even get
Yummy.
creative enough.
I would call it yummy.
I present to you, chefs, my spicy potato popper. This is my spicy potato popper. So we started off with a base of mashed potatoes and worked in chopped jalapenos into the mashed potatoes. And we rolled it in some flour, egg wash, and then that's where we crunched up our amazing tortilla chips, threw in some seasoning as well with those chips to add a little bit more, giving you a fried potato popper.
I got you.
Help yourself with some sour cream on the side.
Wow, wow, wow.
So good.
Oh, it's spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get jalapeno in that one, but the flavor goes all through, so I can still taste it.
Yeah.
And here's what I love. When I can actually taste the jalapeno rather than just be burned by the jalapeno.
Yeah.
So it's a nice balance.
And this is a good like finger food.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to serve this
Right.
at a party.
Right. And I did, Andy, I thought you would like this.
Um,
I put it into a presentation platter in order for, for shareables. And the
I love
funniest
that.
part is the best ones are the only ones I put in here. So I have about 12 more of these that don't look nearly as good as these
That's so
ones.
funny.
So I only put the prettiest ones.
So this reminds me so much of something that my mom used to do with leftover mashed potatoes, which makes me think that she must have made an enormous amount of potatoes because they're my favorite food whenever she made them. But whenever we had leftovers, we would have them for breakfast on Saturday morning, and she would mix that mashed potato with some flour, and that's how you keep it together,
Right.
right? And then she would make a patty and fry it in butter, and then we would have it with like eggs and bacon or sausage
Right.
or whatever. But that's also, it was almost like a potato pancake, but just thicker. You know what I mean? And not deep fried. Whereas that's kind of what you did here.
Yeah, 100%.
Only you fried it. I love it, Jeff. This is delicious.
Donnie's already done his.
done.
It's a little spicy, though. I will
is-
say, a little spicier
got
than I
some kick.
thought.
It's
love
really
that.
funny that you guys both used sour cream too. It
Yeah,
makes
that is
sense.
kind of funny.
Right. Well, and that's just it because the sour cream then balances out the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're heat averse, you know what I mean, then you can.
And I didn't even have the sour cream a part of my meal because I didn't think about it, right? I just made the poppers, and I'll also put the Googled recipe on the website.
Yeah.
But when I had one, I was like, I need something. So I went out and got some sour cream because I think you're right. Like, it definitely offsets the jalapeno.
Yeah,
So-
and it adds a brightness to it too.
Right.
It like lightens it up a little. So now we bring in our judges.
Well, first I'll say we're all winners, right?
Yeah.
We all just ate two
you guys.
delicious meals.
I'm so full.
And Donnie and I didn't have to do much to
Right.
do
Didn't do
that.
anything.
I know.
you totally reaped the benefits of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, so we discussed, we left the studio and we had a great conversation.
Okay, just before you go into what you guys discussed, when you left, Jeff and I were like, we don't think that there's a clear winner because we
Respectfully,
both
yeah.
really enjoyed each other's
Yes.
dishes so much.
Yep.
So I don't know what, but we also, we made it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys would think. I'm curious.
Donnie has some great food takes. I'm just going to start off with that. He
I'm-
was saying that. I was like, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Donnie.
First of all, I loved them both. Hats off. They were both delicious. I did like one better, and I'm not going to say which one yet. But Jeff, I loved yours. I think it needed a little bit more salt, even though the chips are salty. I
Yeah.
I wasn't pulling the salt.
Totally.
A nice salsa and or a spicy Thousand Island.
Ooh, that
dip
would be nice.
Yeah.
would have been really really good
Yeah.
too. Love the sour cream because that cooled it off too because
Yeah.
the potatoes were hot. Andy, I loved yours.
Interesting.
I wish I liked that it was sweet, but I really wanted a spice too. So I wanted like 2 portions. I wanted one sweet, and then I wanted to hit.
So the only sweet that you got was from those pickled
Yes.
jalapenos.
I wasn't getting any spice. Not necessarily a bad thing. I did like the way you cooked the pierogies separately, and they weren't not in the crock pot because then the pierogies would have been very mushy.
Yeah.
So keep them separate. Perfect. That was brilliant. They both are. One's a 9.5. One's a 10.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's how close it is, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I love it anyway.
Does Shannon have an opinion on this, or did Donnie just run you
Shannon's
over?
like, one was good, the other one was good.
She literally was like, "Yeah, you're right."
Yes, I agree with Donnie. We
Yeah.
only had a few minutes to discuss, and he was going off on exactly what he was just saying. But yeah, all great points. I agree. I think we should have a drum roll. Yes.
Go ahead.
And the
Shannon,
winner
'cause I
of the
don't wanna
Big
get
Game
in trouble.
Chopped is Andy Summers.
Andy Summers.
Oh,
By 0.5.
Excellent
Wow.
job.
Like not even like that.
Excellent
it was so
job.
And I'll say this: yours was completely made right from your brain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
No offense,
Yep.
no offense, Jeff. Yours was absolutely delicious.
Yep.
But Andy really experimented.
She did.
With different flavors and foods, and that's
It
what
was
set
more
you
of
over
a
the
meal.
top.
It was a meal.
yeah.
Jeff is a
That's
snack.
exactly. We were talking about that when you guys were judging. I said, Andy, I would sit down with a
And
giant bowl
yes.
of this at a Super Bowl party, and that's my main course.
That's the meal. Jeff,
this I
yours
could
is
have
a
like
perfect
2
snack.
of them,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
And then
they're
you want a
fried.
wing,
And
yeah.
you're good.
I still would I want that as my snack.
They're so good, though.
I want yours as
yeah.
a lunch.
seriously so surprised
Yeah.
Dude.
that you chose mine because I really, Jeff's was bomber. Like,
Yeah.
so
So
good.
fun.
They were both
Good
good.
job. All right,
Yeah.
so we're going to make sure that we have these recipes, and we even took videos of each other making them. So we're going to put those all up. Make sure you check us out on the